Hello everyone, this is Renault, and I'm going to do a quick playthrough of this new game, that I recently got, called Lords of Waterdeep. Now, Lords of Waterdeep is a worker placement game. What that means is that you will place a worker at a certain location, and that location will give you certain points or certain other attributes. And there's not really a lot of competition other than for space on the board, because space is limited. Now, this is obviously based on Dungeons & Dragons. I was a huge Dungeons & Dragons fan for a very brief period of time. But it's kind of just, I played a lot of the 3rd edition, and then once 3.5 came out, I was kind of okay, but then I just did. Once 4th Ed came out, I kind of just dropped it, and I haven't been back ever since. But this board game is based off of, the underground areas, the underground lore, which a lot of heavy Draug influence. I don't know it's been so long, so I forgot a lot of the actual location names and lore themes. But yeah, that's what this is about. It's alright. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, as some of you may know, I like to play with OC Remix playing in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. This is very interesting. This OC Remix I'm about to play has 74 likes and 54 dislikes. You hardly ever see that. So let's see how this goes. Alright. So we're going to play offline because the online system is just not ready. Let's kill that game. And you know what? Let's kill this game too. Alright, we'll create a new game. You can customize this. The setup is very slick. I have not yet gotten the expansions, but I'm pretty sure I will. It's very slick and very easy. It gives you what the levels are. You can drag and drop in case you happen to have an opponent. I'm going to go ahead and change my avatar to this crippled old woman. And as you can see, my name is Omg Lal. So I will confirm my name and my chosen avatar. I wish I could change this. This I'm not a fan of. No, ew. Oh. Now this doesn't actually matter because who goes first is completely and totally randomized. So you do not have the ability to have 5 AI play against each other. I wish that was an option available, but it just isn't. And that's something I used to enjoy, like some of the games I've had in the past, where the AI can play against itself and you can see what the AI does, and figure out AI strategies or whatever. Let me turn the volume down a little bit. Anyway, I'm a human player. And as you can see that the difficulty is set on max. And that's because I tried it on easy mode a couple of times and I was able to win. I've tried it on the medium mode and I was able to win almost every time. But putting it on the cunning mode offers the greatest challenge. So we're just loading it up now. The game is really fun. Not me, but a friend of mine owns the board game. I really liked it so much that I decided to purchase it on Steam. The game was like $15. So you can see it has like little animated things. Now what you see here is just a persona. So as you can see the locations. They all have various names and traits. Each one of the rounds has a different name. And again, I might have to turn off the ambient noise. And white and purple are much rarer than orange and black. This now, those of you who are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons recognize this represents priests, this represents fighters, this represents rogues or thieves, and this represents mages. And so priests and mages are rarer than fighters and rogues. So it's in my benefit to choose either a mage or rogue, or white or purple. Now, you might see these names: Human Player, Olbrin Ironfist, Laurel Silverhand, Jurusk Ulhamond, and Arlen Moonblade. These names are just personas. They're just aliases. Yeah, I'm going to turn off the ambient noise. I do not enjoy that. I might turn up the animation speed while I'm at it. But I want my viewers to see what's going on, so I won't. So I'm going to go ahead and... So like I was just saying, these are just aliases. Like, if you look over here, you can see their information here. This represents money. In priests, fighters, rogues, wizards. These represent quests. These Q. This I represents intrigue, where you can do little shenanigans before the shenanigans. And this Q represents completed quests. Now the various quests will be worth some points. And let me show you my character. So like I said, this is just an alias. This is who I really am. This is a secret, so technically the AI does not know who this is. If this was in real time with other human beings, this would be a secret. And so, at the end of the game, I will score 4 points for each piety quest and each warfare quest you can complete. So as you can imagine, piety has mostly to do with priests, whereas warfare will primarily have to do with soldiers. And I had a lot of time trying to get this guy to work. Pergeron, the Paladin son. And those who are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons will recognize Paladin. So this is his little character bio. A deliberate and honorable man, Paragon often pretends to be slow of wit to lull his enemies into underestimating him. Pergeron. So that's who I really am. So I'm going to primarily focus on priests and warfare. And so that's going to be primarily white and orange. Now, there are several different types of quests. You can see here commerce, which is about just trade and transaction. Piety, you can see in the background, and then another piety. And then you can see the scorecards of what they are. So I'm going to quickly grab a white or a priest. And you can see what the AI is getting. Again, most of this information is technically public. You can see this person has 2 wizards. This person has 2 wizards, 2 rogues and a wizard. So someone just played an assassination that kills or eliminates a rogue from each person. And so this is Waterdeep Harbor. This is where you can play these intrigue cards. So you place worker placement, so you would place someone here, and then when you place someone here, as you can see down here, it says play the eye, so you would play an intrigue. Now, like I said, worker placement, and so you are kind of competing with each other for space. And so the first person, second person, third person, there are advantages to going first. I am actually going last, and there are disadvantages to going last. Because now I can't play anything here, I have to go elsewhere. So, but to compensate for that, the later in the round you start the game, the more money you get. So I have 8 money, whereas this person, or whoever went first, they would start with 4 money. So, since I'm primarily focusing on piety missions and warfare missions, it behooves me to try and get white and orange. But as you can see, these missions are not all white or all orange. There's often other colors mixed in. In fact, let me click on my quests. This is really cool because you can just click on it. It comes out a little bit, and you can see you get 2 quests at the start of the game. They are not guaranteed to be in any way affiliated with what you actually have to do in the game. Obviously, there is an advantage if you're lucky enough, but they're handed out at random, so you can't expect to have the first 2 quests be in any way related to you. Now, there are several strategies to the game. What I'm going to do, since I'm going last, and I'm looking at the board here, I'm thinking about my resources. I'm not in a good spot, actually. I went last, I got 8 money, but, oh my god. You know what, hold on. OC Remix isn't usually this terrible. Just a second. Let's put a stop to that, give that a thumbs down on YouTube, and so when I play video games or whatever, I generally do not, well, actually, any music I listen to, I do not like lyrics. Because if I'm doing something, I just want something in the background that I don't have to think about. Lyrics cause me to think about what's going on, and that kind of takes me out of what it is I'm doing at that particular moment. So let me just set up my special... I actually have an OC Remix playlist. So I'm going to get started on that instead. Sorry, yeah, what I was actually doing was just... I was just listening to every single one of the OC Remix songs as they've been uploaded. But I do not want to have to deal with people yelling in the background. So... Now, the reason why I was saying that the wizards and the priests are worth a little bit more than the rogues and fighters, as you can see, the fighters, by default, you can get 2, whereas by these, you can only get 1. So it's in my best interest to stock up on a little bit more of these and a little bit fewer of other things. So, since looking through, and I do like that you can go back very easily, what I'm actually going to do is grab this guy. The reason why I'm grabbing this guy is because, as you can see on the bottom, he's going to give me 3 more wizards, and that'll help combo into other missions. And when I go here, I get a new quest, and I also get a new entry. If you go here, you get a new quest and 2 money. And if you go here, it clears all of these out, and you get 4 new ones. There's stuff I wanted, so I didn't feel the need to clear it all out. Been doing a whole lot of talking, but I haven't taken my turn yet. Or finished taking my turn yet. So I'm going to let the AI go. The AI bought a building. It was not in my best interest to buy this building. And the reason why is because it gives me orange and black, but it only gives me money. Like, whenever someone visits this block that someone else purchased, the owner collects 2 money. If somebody visits this block, the owner will get a black road. If someone visits this one, the owner would get either a priest or a road. And if someone visits this one, the owner would get an entry card. Now, as you can see, the Builder's Hall only has 1 spot. That means usually once something gets built, no one else can build anything. I definitely want to be first in line to grab this, though, because it's only 3 and it gets me a road. And as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, there's multiple colors you have to collect. So whenever the AI visits this square, I will collect a road. So I'm going to go here, And the reason why I'm going here is because this says I get to go first next turn. And in addition to going first next turn, I also get an entry card. So it's there's no useless spots, although some spots will be more beneficial depending on what your circumstances are. Speaking of circumstances, looking at my circumstances, I need to hurry up and buy this, first and foremost. So as I buy this, all I have to do is drag it and drop. It takes my money automatically. You see these red points? These are like point tokens. This building only had 1, so I got 1 point. And now you can see that this is my little symbol. This means I own it. Whereas this little symbol means that this AI character owns it. So we'll go ahead and finish. It automatically replaces. And, oh boy. It's getting expensive up in here. So, as you can see, there's not a lot of places to get more priests. And that can be a real problem because space is limited. And as you can also figure out, the AI might have an incentive. Actually, you know what? Nobody has gone to Waterdeep. So what I'm going to do is go here, and I'm going to play one of these Waterdeep squares. Let's take a look here. So what I'm going to do is play a card called Ambush. Ambush means that I take a soldier from every single person, and then for each person that did not have a soldier to get killed, they have to give me a soldier. So I got 2 free soldiers. And as you can tell, I'm a warfare, so it's in my best interest to get as many free soldiers as possible. Now, the people who go here at the Waterdeep Harbor, they play their entry, and they're stuck there until everybody else plays their characters. And then, in order of who got placed here, each person then plays their characters again. So it was in my best interest to go here, ambush, take away their soldiers, and get soldiers of my own. And now that everybody's gone, I get to place this guy again. And you know what? He's going to get me more soldiers. So the AI is completing several missions. Don't worry. It's a marathon, not a race. Or a sprint. It's definitely a race, but... So don't fret if the AI leaps ahead of you a little bit. So, what I'm going to do is, if the AI will allow me, I'm going to go here. The AI will allow me. So I'm going to get 2 rogues and a priest. So that means the AI gets to choose either to get a priest or a rogue. Now, obviously, rogues are pretty common. So the AI will, and it's usually better to just get the rarer creature, but not always. So for me, I'm going to clear this mission. I'm going to get 2 points and then 3 more priests. I have 11 points. I got my 3 priests. I have 1 money left. So what I'm going to do is, God willing, I'm going to go up here and grab this piety before the AI grabs it or does something else with it. You know what I'm really going to do? I'm going to play another ambush and get some more free soldiers. Oh, the AI reset everything. So I lost access to all those creatures and those dudes. But I'm a man of my word, though. More ambush. So I got 2 more free soldiers. It's going to be in my best interest to grab this piety up here, assuming the AI doesn't take it again or do something else. Well, there are several strategies to the game. Let's see. There's one strategy that I've had a lot of success with against AI, where you buy a lot of buildings early game, and as the AI goes to those buildings, you're getting a lot of startup resources. It costs you a lot of money, so you have to refuel your money, but you're building a foundation for later in the game. I'm not really sure what my strategy is going to be this round, because there's not really a... So I'm definitely going to have to grab this, God willing. And that's because this is going to get me free soldiers, but I don't have any money. So it's constantly striving for resources. It can be a little bit frustrating, but because every turn you do something gives your opponent a chance to do something. Give me that rogue. I'm getting these free rogues. So early game, I will never, ever give up any of my resources. And that's just because if I give the AI, I give up my resource, and then the AI gets their resource. Now, I would get 3 points if I had done that, but no way. Nuh-uh. So I was really fortunate, and the AI did not buy anything down here. Again, I'm just going down here. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm putting the stuff down here. This is going to get me free oranges or free soldiers when the AI goes down here. And you see that red square? Every time somebody goes in this location, the AI or whoever owns this building will get 2 points. I don't find that particularly useful because you get the points, but you don't get money or a fighter or a wizard or anything like that. So it's like you're suffocating and you're starving for resources. So, commerce and warfare. Now, there's also one strategy where you get big points, because the bigger missions do take up less resources overall. It just takes a long time to gather up those resources. So there is a benefit to just grabbing as many big missions as possible and completing those. In fact, I might just do that with this because I'm getting so many free black that it's like nothing. So I'm actually going to grab this. Now, you don't get penalized for grabbing outside of your mission because, again, I should be getting piety and warfare. But it's practically free. Well, it's literally free. So there's a bidding war going on. Each person picks something they want. The AI grabbed all their stuff and just gave me the leftovers because I just happened to be last in that sequence. And I will definitely not give up my wizard. Not for the AI. So you have to be really careful about when you should choose something that's not aligned with you. Now this is perfect for me. I definitely need to get that. So I'm going to grab some more resources. Bribe agent. Graduation day. Yeah, I'll do graduation day. Graduation day is going to give me 2 free wizards. And then I have to give someone else a wizard. It doesn't really matter which, but I generally try to give it to the person with the lowest score. I'm saving up everything for this. So I have a couple of really big point scoring things here. But you are not required to complete a mission as soon as you have resources, obviously. You can save up. I have a lot of points all just about ready to go. So this is going to require 8 black, and I'm probably not going to have to recruit my own rogue all game. But I'm in dire need of more money. So I'm going to go here on my next chance. So I hope that any viewers I might have are getting a good look and a decent understanding of how this all works. Again, I would normally I have the animation speed going a lot faster, but if you are viewing this, I do want you to be able to see what's going on. So I'm almost ready to complete this mission, and I'm also almost ready to complete this one. So I like how it's just a simple drag and drop, or a simple click and everything. It's a really nice setup. I highly recommend this. We're more than halfway done with the game. We're actually about halfway done with the game. But, yeah. Space. Remember, space is limited. Ooh. Yeah. Remember, even though they're shiny, do not be tempted to grab something prematurely. If at all possible, I'm actually going to grab this, because I know there's a lot of demand for that. There's going to be a lot of demand for that square, that building. So I'm going to get 2 points, and whenever anyone goes there besides me, I will get $2 or 2 money. I'm going to need that Scopeway as well. And this square is one of the most powerful in the game, by the way. I mean, I'm not going to need it now, but look at all those resources. For just 2 money, you get up to 4, either for soldiers or for rogues. So that's a great spot. So you can see this is just the AI going and acting in the background. I have to prepare myself. Now, I'm going here to get the black, not just the black, but also the white. So what I'm going to do is complete this mission. But then next turn I can also complete this mission, because it requires 5 priests. But I'm still a little bit short on money. So this gives me the opportunity to get rid of something I don't want. I don't know why I have all these Arcana. I'm going to get rid of this, because... So this does not show up every game, by the way. Do not expect a change of plans to show up in the game. So it's important to not get missions that you have no intention of ever completing. Like, don't fish for missions. Let's see here. Yeah, just letting the AI go. We're around 6. We're more than halfway through. Let's see. Ooh, let's not dilly-dally. You can't really go wrong with grabbing within your scope of requirements. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and complete this now and get 25 more points. Like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I was really far behind, and just boom, boom, just like that, I'm just about even with the rest of the AI now. Now, in an ideal world, I would be able to complete this, and then a bunch of smaller missions. But again, smaller missions take up more resources, so you have to take that into consideration. Is it worth it to complete a bunch of small missions and get bonus points that way? Or is it better to just complete a couple of big missions and get a lot of points? So, and I would never give up voluntarily. So, white, orange, black, black, purple, purple. White, orange, black, black, purple, purple. Oh, I'm almost done with that. So again, this is a great spot for me, just because I happen to be in constant need of both black and white and everything else. So, boom. Just like that, in 3 missions, I gained like 60 points and rocketed ahead of the AI. And I'm getting so many blacks and purples that I kind of might be able to complete this mission as well. But we're only on round 7. But I'm short on money again. This is bait. This is bait. This whole recruit lieutenant. Round 7, game's almost over. When 5 players, there are 8 rounds, by the way. I'm gonna grab some money. Yeah, this is a trick. You would This is something that needs to be completed by round 5, or on your 5th round. If it's not completed by round 5, it's not worth doing. So I need some money, and then, heaven willing, I will grab the Skulkway. Let's see. I need some white. So I'm probably just going to go here. I could go here. Well, I can't go there because the AI took it. But that would have been an option as well. And don't be afraid or to give your enemy, so to speak, points, because you're getting a bigger benefit than what the AI is getting. It's just they're getting a small benefit over time, and you're getting a bigger benefit right away. So yeah, the AI will occasionally... Holy smokes, this guy is doing really well. 97 points. I'm a little bit worried. Oh, and the AI grabbed the Skulkway. So I'm going to try and use up all of my intrigue cards. I'm going to try and use up all my intrigue cards during round 8, because that's the final chance I'll have at using them. Let's see, what kind of resources do I need? White, white, orange. I need a white. So as you can see, I'm going to use this. And the AI is not even going to compete with me. Okay. Boom. Now, ideally, I would have gotten this like round 1 or 2, but this is the final round. This is round 8, so you're just getting points where you can get points. So I need 2 purple. Speed. So I'm probably going to go down here. It's going to cost me 3 money. So we're almost done, and I just want to say, if you're still watching, thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. This was really enjoyable. I'm going to max up the, or ramp up the, so let's see, I need 2 purple, What else do I need? More black. Jeez, this is such a high-scoring game. This is one of the highest-scoring games I've seen in a long time. Do not, by any stretch of the imagination, think that this is a normal scoring game. This is bonkers. Let's see, I need 2 black. How am I going to get 2 black? So I can go here and get my 2 black right away, or I can cross my fingers and hope. No. We're not going to cross our fingers and hope. We're just going to proactively. So I get a free play on my intrigue. As you can see, I'm going to get 2 orange and a free intrigue play. I am going to real estate deal. So I'm going to grab these 3 points down here. So I'm going to get rid of this. It has to be unoccupied. So I'm going to get rid of that. And then grab this. And then it's going to give me 3 free points. And then this is a very attractive square. I wouldn't be surprised if the AI jumps on that. Yeah. Sure. Just because the purple is generally rarer than... Oh. This is my last chance to do something. Generally, on the last chance, I don't have any more missions. So I'm just going to get some money. Now, every 2 coins is worth 1 point. So I can either go here or here. I'm just going to go here. I've got nothing left to complete. Oh, the AI completed something at the last minute, it looks like. Oh no, they grabbed a... Yeah. So even if it's far outside of your specialty, so to speak, it's always worth it on the last couple of rounds to just complete missions. So we're going to do our scores. Each one of these resources is worth 1 point. Every 2 coins, rounded down, is worth a point. So I got 3 points for coins. And then each one of my missions is worth 4 points. So, boom, that's a really good score. But this was a really high-scoring game. So, this is an incredible score, but I'm not necessarily going to win with this. Because everybody's doing incredible. Again, these are worth 1 point each. Every 2 coins rounded down is worth a point. And then every mission is worth 4 points. He's getting 16 points. Oh! I am not winning. I got beat by 2 points. Crud. But again, no shame. This was an incredibly high-scoring round. And I'm glad that you guys were able to see such a high-scoring game. I assure you, it is not unusual to have winning scores like 110. This was really incredible of a game. Second, anyway, that was Lords of the Waterdeep, an excellent game. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons. And then here's just a quick recap of how everybody got their points. And we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Again, hit that like button, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.